my name is Luke Marr and this is HauteLeMode, and today on HauteLeMode we are going to be talking about the House of Drew, like Les Maisons Drew, Le Cordon Drew. Essentially we're talking about Justin Bieber's new merch line. Yeah, the Biebs has been going through it recently, and I really think that between like Hailey Baldwin and this merch situation, like we're reaching a midlife crisis, but at like 24. Before we get any further into the video though, if you guys are looking for a channel that talks about fashion in the most fun, sassy, and bitchy analytical way, this is it, so you can go down below, hit the subscribe button, and turn on my post notifications. I mean, like, what do you have to lose? You're already here. And if you guys want to see more from me, you can follow me on Instagram at HauteLeMode, where I post some pretty poppin' fashion memes, or you can follow me at HauteLeMess, where like I post my personal style. It's like pretty cute, I like to think. You know, I don't know. Don't leave hate comments in the comments below. That would be rude. Getting back into it though, let's really talk about the House of Drew, or Drew House. I don't know, there are a lot of names, so I'm very confused. Justin Bieber, big pop star. You know that song, Baby? Yeah, Justin Bieber is like pretty big. Now, Justin Bieber has been, you know, going through the fashion motions. He's worn some weird shit. He's like just not worn certain articles of clothing and everybody's like, what's happening? What's going on with you? He's just kind of weird. He has a love of like Easy and like streetwear and like Rick Owens and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not shocked that he was like, oh, let's do merch. Like that's like smart, we should do that. The whole idea of celebrity merch is not something new. I mean, everybody from Rihanna to Kanye to Katy Perry have done it at all varying levels. Some of it was very successful. Rihanna. Some of it was okay, you know, it kind of made a buzz. It's something that we noted for a while, Kanye. And then there are some that we were just like, oh girl, what the fuck is going on? Like, Katy Perry, girl, get it together. Like, please stop trying to make a brand happen. It's not gonna happen. So a mega pop star like Justin Bieber having merch is just not weird. Now, Justin has done merch before. His Purpose tour actually had a whole merch line, which people went nuts for. What did I think of it? Unimpressive. Like, okay, and like I get it. You have like hundreds of thousands of millions of girls who like to buy your stuff. Good for you. You're just selling product to, you know, kill the earth, strangle the environment, and just continue the cycle of capitalism. Like, sure, Jan. No, but for real, like the Purpose tour merch, like it was fine, but like, you know, what do I have to say about it? It's shitty streetwear. Like, oh yeah, wow, you embroidered a sweatshirt. Brava, it's haute couture at its finest. No. But also I wasn't like, wow, this is actually so fucking ugly. I can't actually be in the same room with it. I might go into like toxic shock. So, you know, it was just undesirable. But Justin came out with this new streetwear thing called Drew House. The first photos that came out were these like slippers that he was wearing, and I was like, girl, those are like hotel slippers. Like, they're not cute. And like, also, you shouldn't be trying to sell them as merch. Like, you get them for free when you go to stay at a hotel. Like, I don't want yours. And also, like, what? You're gonna pay however much for your slippers, and then they're gonna fucking smell bad. Like that, like, you never have slippers like that like just are fresh all of the time. Like, it's just, you know what? I just don't get it. Already, I don't get it. I think we should also probably talk about the logo. One important thing to note about Drew is that it's actually Justin's middle name, which I think is probably like one of the only inspirations for this whole collection. But like, okay, like, I just don't understand still why this was even done. Apparently, this merch label has been in the works since February of 2018, and it was reported that certain phrases like Drew, the House of Drew, and La Maison Drew all have been copyrighted, but like, also, girl, can you copyright like somebody's name? Like, I can't use like Drew anymore? Like, what if my name was Drew? What is Drew Scott gonna do? Like, what if he wants to start a label? He can't use Drew? Sad, my heart goes out to you. But now that we've talked about the preliminary shit, like, let's actually look at some of the product. So like, let's look at the sweatshirts. They have that Drew logo on it, smiley face, not really a smile, but like a curved Drew. Is it interesting? No. Would I wear it? Absolutely fucking not. It just isn't really anything to love. And the fact that the sweatshirt cost $98 is interesting. Now, there were a lot of websites that were criticizing the fact that it cost so much, but clothing does not cost 5 cents to make unless you're literally abusing people in a different country. I hate when people talk about how expensive clothing is. Like, literally, do people not understand like how clothing is made? Like, you have to really understand the process of it. You gotta take the fabric or the wool or the whatever, weave it together, then you gotta rigmarole it, dye it, then cut it, and ship it, make it cool, and then you have to get into the fashion design process. So like, enough with the prices are dramatic. Clothing costs money, okay? The fact that it costs $98 probably has something to do with that. It says it is 100% cotton heavy weight fleece, which like, fleece? I don't know, the photos don't really show it that well. It also is said to be ethically made in limited quantities in Los Angeles, United States. The garment was washed and dyed, making them unique, just like you. Ew, that is awful. I would never say that in the details about my clothing. Mascot screen print on front, Drew screen print on left sleeve. Yuck. So yeah, there's like the Drew little smiley face, and then on the sleeve is a little Drew word. Big up for a relaxed fit, will suggest going a size. Absolutely not. I hate when sweaters are too big for me. There's an island in Japan you can visit that's inhabited only by friendly bunnies. This is stupid and a waste of my time. Why would you write that in your details? Please note this item ships in 2 to 3 weeks. My thing is ethically made, which means that somebody's actually being paid a decent wage to actually make these clothes, which is great. The one thing I want to know is the fabric ethically sourced? Are you using an eco-friendly screen printing option? Like, that's the stuff that's also important. Like, yes, brands, merch, fashion companies, it's great to have an ethically made product, but also remember, like, if you're not getting fabric and demanding that your fabrics are sourced ethically, which means they're being made ethically, the dyes are non-toxic, rivers in other countries aren't being polluted because of them, all that kind of stuff is important. And just because you ethically made something does not mean, oh my god, you're off the hook, like you're good, like you don't have to do anything else. Like, no, we should constantly be bettering ourselves and our brands. This is a free consultation. Like, Justin Bieber's people should be literally Venmoing me a lot of money right now. But yeah, the design, is it really interesting? Absolutely fucking not. Like, don't care. Moving on. The price point, I understand, but like the design, yuck. There's this like t-shirt that says Drew on it, not really that interesting. There's some crew necks, there's more hoodies. That's the stuff that like, I'm like, all right, fine, like it's merch, like whatever, I don't care. The stuff I actually do find very, very interesting though are the 4 corduroy pieces. We'll start with a corduroy shirt. So the classic Chaz long sleeve, the kind of thing you want to roll out of bed wearing, absolutely not. Why would you wear corduroy to bed? Like, who wears corduroy to bed? That is the weirdest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I actually think the shirt is kind of nice. It says that it's 97% cotton and 3% elastan corduroy, which I don't know what that means. It says, again, ethically made in limited quantities in Los Angeles, garment washed and dyed, making them unique just like you. But also, all garments are washed and dyed, so like, all garments, I guess, are unique. Like, that doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. Oh, the fact that the buttons say Drew and they're tiny. Like, I had to like go into the zoom in thing and then like zoom more in and I can't even really see it. Like, yeah, okay, cool, fine. And then another annoying fact is 7% of American adults believe that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. I actually didn't know that. Yeah, I guess like the detail thing where it's different funny details is like smart. It's interesting, like no other people are doing that. So you know what, good. And I'm sure that that gets a good amount of press from fashion brands and media companies, including myself. I do actually really like the pants. I like that they're made out of corduroy. The thing about them being ethically made is I hope that the fabric is, again, ethically sourced. Like, it should be ethical fabric, you know? Like, don't say ethically made and then it's not actually ethically made. Because, you know, you guys just sewing together fabric is not ethically made. I do find the fact that there's a corduroy sweatshirt interesting, but I guess because it's 97% cotton, it's probably more comfortable. And I actually was low-key thinking about buying the sweatshirt because I did think it was kind of cute and I like buying sweatshirts. So, okay, Justin Bieber, I see you. Okay, drag me. The last thing, and probably the most interesting thing, and the thing that gives me real hope, are these corduroy shorts that say Drew on the front of them. They're described as kind of like the Chaz pants, but you know, shorter. Great for sitting in beanbag chairs and couches. Okay, that gotta stop. So it's the same thing, 97% cotton, ethically made, garment washed. It says they're a functional metal zipper pocket at side seams and on the back. There's an elasticated waist. There's a raw edge leg opening, so Bitch, you mean frayed. Enough with the 4-word descriptions of the word frayed. Great. And it says that the Drew is embroidered across the front panels. And this to me is interesting. I like the fact that it's embroidered. It looks like there's a real differentiation from the fabric. I actually didn't even think that it was corduroy. I thought it was something else. And I just find it interesting. It's smart. It's something that I'm like, okay, like maybe this can go somewhere. Maybe this is not just another merch brand. And honestly, I prefer these merch brands not to just be merch brands. Like, that's boring. Nobody wants to like see shit like that. It just is not that interesting, you know? So all in all, this whole Drew house thing definitely could be something. I'm not saying right now that it is something, because it's not, but there is a slight sliver of hope. I hope that Justin Bieber continues to push the idea of the ethical stance and position for his brand. I'm hoping that he starts using recycled fabrics, or, you know, is really actually making sure that ethically made is ethically made in all parts of the making of the garment process. But in reality, it's better than people like Zara and H&M that are making clothes out of literal crude oil and plastic. So I guess I'll take it for now. That is the end of the video. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I really do think that it's very interesting, and I feel like you guys who are younger and are sort of this Gen Z target demographic have some thoughts, so let me know. But I think the idea of celebrity brands might not be something that are very foreign to us for much longer. I think it really is something that's going to be very much so a part of our lives, and something that we're kind of going to have to come to grips with. And with that, that is the end of the video, and I will see you guys on the next one, so TTYL.